Good morning to all. In this session, we will understand the concept quantum numbers. Quantum numbers are defined as the set of numbers used to describe the position and energy of the electron in an atom are called quantum numbers. So we have four quantum numbers. They are principal quantum number, angular momentum quantum number, magnetic quantum number, and spin quantum number. Let us see in detail each quantum number. The first one, it is principal quantum number. It is denoted with the letter small u. Now, this principal quantum number is related to size and energy of the main shells. So, what are the main shells we have seen in the topic shells? K, L, M, N. These are the main shells. So, the N value has positive integer values of 1, 2, 3. If we observe in this figure, so when n is equal to 1, it is K shell. When n is equal to 2, it is L shell. N is equal to 3, it refers M shell. N is equal to 4, it refers N shell. As the n value is increasing, if we observe, the shells become larger. If we compare the shell, first shell, that is K shell, and if we compare the last shell, that is N shell, the shells are become larger. Therefore, the electrons in that particular shells are farther from the nucleus. So, in this figure, when we compare n is equal to 1 and n is equal to 4, so which shell is far from the nucleus? Obviously that is n is equal to 4. So as the n value is increasing, the shells also become larger. Therefore the electrons in those shells are farther from the nucleus. And as the n value increase means, obviously the higher energy values, and they are represented with the K, L, M, N values. The second quantum number, it is angular momentum quantum number. It is denoted with the letter L, and L is related to shape of a particular subshell. As we have seen the subshells in earlier, they are S, P, D, F. These are the subshells. So the L has integer values from 0 to n minus 1. So where n is nothing but principal quantum number. So here the each L value represents one subshell. So what are the subshells? S, P, D, F. So if we observe the L values accordingly, the names of the subshells are given here. When L is equal to 0, it is S subshell. L is equal to 1, it is P subshell. L is equal to 2, it is D subshell. L is equal to 3, it is F subshell. So if we see according to the L values, that is 0 to n minus 1, when we take n value as 1, that is principal quantum number as 1, then 0 to 1 minus 1, that is 0. Therefore, it is only one subshell and it is designated as 1s orbital. And when you take principal quantum number as 2, that is n is equal to 2, then there are two subshells. So what are those two subshells with the values L? L is equal to 0 and L is equal to 1 according to 0 to n minus 1. Therefore, 0 means it is obviously S subshell and 1 it is P subshell. Therefore, what are the two subshells when n is equal to 2? 2S and 2P. And when n is equal to 3, we have L values, they are 0 to 3 minus 1, that is 2. Therefore, 0 to 2 means L is equal to 0, 1 and 2. These are the three values for L in the case of n is equal to 3. Therefore, the subshells are 3S, 3P and 3. The third quantum number is magnetic quantum number. It is denoted by ML. It describes about the orientation of the orbital in the space relative to the other orbitals in the atom. And these values are varying between minus L and L including 0, where L is angular momentum quantum numbers. And for certain value of L, there are 2L plus 1 integer values of ML. So if you see in detail, when L is equal to 0, it is S subshell. According to the rule 2L plus 1, we have only one orbital, that is 1s. And when L is equal to 1, it refers P subshell. There we have 3 orbitals. Substituting the L value here, we will get the 3. So therefore 3 orbitals, it refers P subshell. Therefore these 3 orbitals are nothing but in the x, y, z planes if we consider Px, Py and Pz. And when L is equal to 2, it takes according to 2L plus 1, there are 5 orbitals in the case of D subshell. And when L is equal to 3, it is 7 orbitals in the case of F subshell. So as in the tabular column, so when L is equal to 0, it is S subshell, number of orbitals are 1. When L is equal to 1, it is P subshell, number of orbitals are 3. When L is equal to 0, 2, it is D subshell, number of orbitals is 5. So how we got this 1, 3, 5, 7 according to 2L plus 1. Now here we will consider the maximum number of electrons in each orbital. Now we have seen in subshell, S subshell we have only one orbital, and P we have 3 orbitals, and D we have 5 orbitals, and in F 7 orbitals. Now in these orbitals, how many maximum number of electrons? That is given by 2 of 2L plus 1. So in the case of S subshell, when the orbitals are 1, then the maximum number of electrons are 2 electrons only. And when in the case of P subshell, we have 3 orbitals, therefore maximum number of electrons are 6. And when in the case of D, L is equal to 2, then the number of orbitals are 5, therefore maximum number of electrons are 10. And in the case of F, when L is equal to 3, the number of orbitals are 7. So in the F subshell, the maximum number of electrons are 14. So coming to the shapes of the orbitals, we have seen earlier in the shells, subshells and orbitals. S orbital is spherical, P orbital is dumbbell, and D orbital it is double dumbbell. The last spin quantum number, it is denoted by ms, and this spin quantum number is accounted for behavior of electron, and this represents the property of the electron. So this quantum number in particular refers to the two possible orientations of spin of an electron. Possible orientations of spin of an electron. One is in clockwise direction and the other in the anti-clockwise spin. So these are represented by plus 1 by 2 and the other is minus 1 by 2. Suppose if we are both are positive values, then the spins are parallel, otherwise the spins are anti-parallel. That is about quantum numbers. Thank you.